Shubor na Khlem jong unong san Hima.
Aga Khan Academy ke bedai ke school na Hyderabad, hakawat ke baar ke layo ban Jied sa Ngut ki Khynnah na ke Jylla Meghalaya, Leit Pule hakati ke academy, Khlem da penlut watang shitingka. Haba pentip ya kani na kaliang u Director of School Education and Literacy u Swapnil Tembe, ule thu bakadi ke academy lingba ke Chingarap katanat Puli Puthi, kalalet ke leng ki school ki badan hapo ke Jylla, banyo ikite ki Ngut ki Khynnah Pule ki batebet ki balapas ya ki test, bagi interview ki bapher. Nakliang udin jong ke Aga Khan Academy u Arjun Puri, ula pentip bakan ke school ke Juwat ki Khynnah Pule ki batebet ha ke bor Pule, badru ha ki sap ki phong bapher, lakalong ke sengkam sengjam, ni ki jingele kai bapher, bad banyak khun ha ki exam bapher kum IAS, bad ki we ki exam. Shu ula pentip ru bak academy kadon ke jinghe, shispa akar ke jaka, bad kadon kumbah news pa lai phongut ki Khynnah Pule na kaleng kari. Nakliang ki kimi ki pa bad ki Khynnah ki bla Shah Jied ban Leit Pule ha ke school, ki lapen pau ke Jingsiew komen, ha ba ki la Shah Jied ban Leit Pule Shah ke school.
Đây là snow màu
Tiếp lại mà thấy cái chính quan trọng là cái school cái chính cái là
thì học các bạn nhiều one shagan school nhưng đã thân ya cái này Aga Khan cái school nó cái này technique cũng tôi cũng này và haba cái nó
cái chính cái yo
để sẽ tới Ibon biba beliau biba long compare long ki subject ko design science arts baru ki sports te itu long ki subject ko compare
cái chính phép hay vậy thì school bác sĩ này cái school bác sĩ bây giờ đây cái nó cái rap thì
ke school ba ngawan kalau ke school ke ba khamre baru nyamda bontan ki activities ni ke ba manya interact ba iklo ore ha kan school ga kham hai baru ki don ki activities ba lab interact baru ki yarap yang ba yang ki skills yung banyak communicate make decisions.
cái chính cái school ban khám lại cái school chỉ đấy ban là cái school mana sini
So Aga Khan Academy is in Hyderabad, and it was this is the second batch which they have done the selection for. So in the first batch also 4 students from Meghalaya were selected after a very thorough and very detailed process of assessment. There were tests, there were interviews, and there various qualifications were seen. And after that, 4 students were selected, and they went to join class 6 in Aga Khan Academy in Hyderabad. It's an IB school. It's one of the most prestigious schools in our country, and it has the best facilities which any school can offer. So after that, now we have revived again. We have one more batch, and they came again. I'm very thankful to Aga Khan Academy. I'm very thankful to Mr. Arjun Puri, who they came back again. They have, in fact, they have gone to various districts, and then they have done the assessments. And finally, again, we have selected 4 students who will be going tomorrow to Hyderabad for the first time, and they'll be joining the Aga Khan Academy. So now the idea of this is that this is this is like a scholarship, if you may say. That everything is covered, and in fact Mr. Puri will give the details about what all facilities are included. But what I want to say is that in the first batch also many are from Nongstoin.
Yes.
Many are from Nongstoin, and they're coming from very remote areas, and then getting the opportunity to go to Hyderabad, study in Aga Khan Academy is an amazing thing. And already I can see the transformation which they are having in terms of the confidence, the skills they are acquiring. So we are very happy that we did another iteration, and then again next year also we'll be having 4. They'll be back, and four more students will get this wonderful opportunity. And I'm very keen to, if we can, we'll also discuss with the state government how we can maybe continue this in the future. So if that happens, we'll again brief you later. So that is the whole gist of this program. We from Department of Education and State Project Director Office, we have been coordinating and assisting them to do the assessments so that they can go to the district, they can, whatever support they require logistically, that has been given from the Office of SPD, and will continue to do that. And in fact, we also plan a visit from the state government, including Chief Secretary. We'll go there and see what all different interventions are there and how they are performing so well. So that is something. And in fact, yesterday I want to add that Chief Secretary Sir Shri DP Bahalang IAS, he himself came and interacted with all the students. He gave them various kind of advice and motivation, and he was so happy to see the transformation which have been in the first batch of 4 students.
Aga Khan is one of the most important philanthropists in the world. We operate hundreds of schools around the world. The IB schools to which these boys are going to be joining, there are 4 of these currently. So you have one in Hyderabad, one in Mombasa, Kenya, Maputo, Mozambique, Dhaka, Bangladesh. The next one, I believe, is going to be in Lisbon, Portugal. Now, why do we build these schools? These schools are actually centers of excellence. For young women and men in the countries that you go to these schools, you can go on to do great things in your life, whether that's in public service, whether you want to get into entrepreneurship, whether you want to play sports, theater, cinema. One of our students wants to be a filmmaker from Meghalaya. So, the idea is not to cut short their dreams. The idea is to build a school where young people can thrive. So, just to tell you a little bit about the school now, it's a 100-acre property with 730 odd students, 150 odd teaching, non-teaching staff members. You can imagine, every child gets a lot of attention, right? And that's very important. It's an IB curriculum, as Sir mentioned. Right from grade 1 to grade 12, we follow the IB curriculum, the International Baccalaureate. Children at this school have received outstanding scholarships to go on to great colleges abroad and India. That's also very important to understand. This is step 1 into doing something great in your life. The scholarship value, and I know a lot of you are interested in this, with inflation, it's almost 1 crore per child. So our investment as an academy is to ensure that these children are world beaters. So they should never feel that they are not going to get the opportunity while coming there. So it's a very, very prestigious opportunity, the talent identification program that the Aga Khan himself has allowed people like us to really put into play. So these children, when they come there, they have a dormitory that they live in. They have dorm parents. We've spoken about this in Sir's podcast. You have dorm parents. These are not wardens. These are people who are genuinely like your parents who are looking after you. The rooms are comfortable. The children have all the opportunities to thrive. Their uniform is provided by us. Sporting equipment is provided by us. If tomorrow any of these children want to go to any of the Olympiads, and if they're deserving, we are the ones that are going to push them through for that as well. So these are a few things that you might want to know more about the school. Of course, we have a thorough website. There's an Instagram and a Facebook page. But like Sir mentioned, it is one of the best schools in the country today. So for 8 young boys from Meghalaya to come there, to make their mark, my dream is someday that they'll come back here and do something amazing. Whether one of them wants to be, like yesterday, one of them said, I want to be an IS officer, which I thought, amazing. You're only 11 or 12 years old, but you're already thinking that far. One said, I want to be a filmmaker. One said, I want to be a businessman. And I think 3 said, I don't know what I want to do, which is an amazing thing to say. To have confusion is a wonderful thing at that age. Very grateful, of course, to Swapnilji, who's been an outstanding support for us. CS Sir, Shri DP Walang IAS, who's also from day 1 been involved. We have run a program at the Aga Khan Academy, Hyderabad, which is called the Talent Identification Program. We tend to pick one state in the country where we can go and we can identify students who can come to our school and make a difference, not just in their own lives, but someday come back to the state and make a difference. So up until now, we've really worked with children in the state of Telangana, where we go to tribal welfare schools, social welfare schools, Eklavya model schools, and so on and so forth. In the past, we've also worked with Teach for India as well. So coming to Meghalaya was a decision that was taken by the headmaster, Dr. Jonathan Long, and myself. As you know, Meghalaya is a state that requires attention, not just from us, and I hope this initiative will allow many other schools to come here and offer these kind of scholarships. So as Sir mentioned, this is the second time that we are here. We tend to conduct these assessments in the utmost meritorious manner. So there's absolute fairness and transparency. So we work very closely with the education department. They conduct a first-hand research to ensure that qualified children are meritorious and deserving to be part of the assessment. That's the most important thing. A state like this, there are different parts that need the attention. So this year, we covered Tura, Nongstein, Nongpo, Shillong. In the past, there was Bagmara. So, we've always ensured that there is a full representation of the state. It's not that we come to Shillong, we take the children from Shillong and we leave. One of the biggest important things for me personally is to see this year we also have representation from Jowai. So my real vision at the end of this is, and I said this to Swapnilji also, next time when we come in October 25, I hope to see 4 girls. So this year and last year the boys have been outperforming, but I'm sure that girls will also be shining light and they'll come through. The gentleman here is asking about the criteria. So the first step is we sign an MOU that we're coming to the stage. Then the department works with all the different kind of schools that we will be working with within the state. Children are shortlisted based on their academic performances. When we get involved, we have a 3-phase approach. The first one that we conduct is when all the children come in, we do something called non-verbal reasoning, which is more or less based on logic. Now, like we conduct the talent identification program in Meghalaya, we do something similar, say, in Syria, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, because these are areas that need a lot of attention. Language is taken out of the equation. So imagine none of the students who are sitting here, they study in English. Say they study in Khasi, right? Now, when they look at that exam, they should be able to crack it if they are intelligent, regardless of language, right? That's your first step. From there, we shortlist. We shortlist maybe about from the 400 odd kids that are given to us, comes down to maybe 50 or 60. Then they do math and English. English is not a part of our criteria. It's for me to understand what level they're at. Math is important. So if they do well in math, that's fantastic. So now I have logical reasoning, mathematics. There are 2 primary criteria. English, again, I'm looking at it. If you're good at it, fantastic. If you're not, there are teachers to help you. All of them, when they come there, they have to go through EAL, which is part of an English as a second language program. The last thing is the most critical thing. We run a very unique assessment, which is called problem solving and dynamic assessment. This has been designed by a very famous professor only for the Aga Khan Academy. The professor's name is Professor John Munro. He's a genius in this field. His specialty is how do you identify potential. So if these children all get 90, 90, 90 in math, that's not enough to come through the academy. The main criteria is problem solving, dynamic assessment. We give them case studies. We try and find a solution-minded approach. So each of them had to go through this for 2 to 3 hours with us. And the final step is the interview. The interview is very important for me because I have to be confident that I can take them back with me. That interview tells me whether they are ready to move. How emotional are they? Will they adjust? How excited are they? Are they doing this because their parent has said it's a great opportunity? Or are they doing it because they feel strongly about it? So all of these criteria come in and then we reach out to them and we say, okay, we go through an internal process. There is a committee formed in Geneva. We speak to them. We come back because it's 4 crores every time we're back. And we have to be as sure as possible. And then we reach out to them, we inform them, and then they inform the family. So that's the whole process.